Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to crack open the JavaScript toolbox and pull out two of the most essential tools you'll ever use, arrays and objects. Seriously, if you've ever felt stuck trying to handle data that's more complex than just a simple string or number, this is for you. Let's get into it. So you're getting the hang of variables, right? You can store a name, a number, a true or false value, but what happens when the data gets real? What if you need a list of your top 10 favorite movies? Or all the details for a user's profile, their name, their email, their profile picture, all of it. Yeah, just using simple variables is going to get messy and fast. And this is exactly where our two power tools come into play. On one side, we've got arrays. These are your go-to for any kind of ordered list. Just think of a shopping list. The order matters. On the other side, you've got objects, which are perfect for labeled collections of stuff. Think of a contact card in your phone. You don't care about the order, you just care that you have a label called name and another one called phone number. Okay, so first up, let's really zoom in on arrays. Anytime you find yourself needing to keep a bunch of things in a specific sequence, an array is going to be your best friend. So what is it really? Well, at its heart, an array is an ordered list. Every single item in it, which we call an element, gets its own numbered position. We call that number its index. Now, here's the absolute most important thing to burn into your brain. In JavaScript, like in a lot of programming languages, we always start counting from 0, not 1. And making one couldn't be easier. You just use square brackets and you separate your elements with commas. Just like that, you've got yourself a neat little list of fruits. Simple, right? Now, what if you want to grab one of those fruits out of the list? You just use its index inside those square brackets. So if we ask for fruits 1, we're not going to get apple, we're going to get banana. Why? Because apple is at index 0 and banana is at index 1. Seriously, that zero-based counting thing trips up everyone at first, so just keep it in the back of your mind. But look, just creating an array and pulling stuff out of it is only scratching the surface. The real magic of arrays comes from all these powerful built-in functions they have, which we call methods. These things let you do all sorts of incredible stuff. So for starters, you can easily manage the end of an array with push and pop. The best way to think about it is like a stack of plates. When you push, you're adding a new plate right on top of the stack. And when you pop, you're taking that top plate right off. And what about the beginning of the array? Well, we've got tools for that too. Unshift and shift. Unshift is like cutting in line. It adds a new item right to the very front. And shift removes that first item, so everyone moves up one spot. Okay, but now we get to the really powerful stuff. Check out a method like filter. It lets you go through every single element in your array and run a test on it. Then it gives you a brand new array with only the elements that passed your test. It's like a bouncer at a club, you know? It only lets in the numbers that are greater than 10. And the key here is that it gives you a brand new array, leaving your original one completely untouched. That is a huge deal for writing clean, safe code. Another absolute game changer is map. This method goes through every single element in your original array, does something to it, like, say, multiplying it by 2, and then it builds a whole new array with all the transformed results. You get a completely new list, perfectly matching the size of the original. And just like filter, map gives you a new array. This is a much safer way to work with your data. All right, so we've got a handle on arrays. Now let's grab that second power tool for our toolbox, objects. This is what you're going to reach for when the order doesn't really matter, but having clear descriptive labels is everything. So the whole entire idea behind an object is this concept of a key-value pair. You've got a key, which is just a fancy word for a label, and you pair it with a value, which is the actual data. The best analogy is a dictionary. The key is the word you look up, and the value is its definition. You create an object using these curly braces, and inside, you just define your key-value pairs. So for example, you could have a key called title with the value learn JavaScript, and another key called priority with the value high. It's like you're creating a little mini database just for this one thing. In getting data out of an object, it's so intuitive. You just use what we call dot notation. You type the name of your object, a dot, and then the name of the key you want. Bam! Task.title gives you learn JavaScript. Instantly. It's so clean and easy to read. Okay, so arrays are fantastic for lists. Objects are fantastic for details. But the real magic, I mean the true power, happens when you stop thinking of them as separate things and start using them together. Let's think about a to-do list app. A single to-do item has a few different pieces of information, right? It needs an ID, it needs the actual task description, and it needs to know if it's been completed or not. An object is the absolute perfect tool to group all that related info together. But hold on a second. That's just one single task. What happens when you've got 10 tasks, 100? How in the world do you manage a whole list of these super detailed items? And the answer is so simple, it's brilliant. You create an array of objects. You use the array to hold the ordered list of all your tasks, but each individual item inside that array is one of those detailed objects. This gives you the best of both worlds. You get an organized, ordered list where every single item is a rich, descriptive chunk of data. And just like that, by getting a grip on these two simple concepts, you've basically unlocked the ability to structure and manage pretty much any kind of data you can possibly imagine. These are your new data superpowers. So let's do a super quick recap. The main takeaways are: use arrays when the order of things is important, use objects when the labels are what matter, combine them to build complex real-world data structures, and finally, get really comfortable with those array methods like map and filter because they will let you transform your data like a pro. So there you have it, a deep dive into JavaScript's most essential power tools. You now have the fundamental building blocks for handling almost any data the real world can throw at you. So, I guess there's really only one question left to ask. What are you going to build first?